Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Turn Order Warped, episode number 18. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. If you guys missed the announcement, Mr. Brotato just announced that we will be doing a little bit of table story action together. That's right. I'm going to be joining Brotato and some other wonderful streamers that will be announced to play some The Sprawl, which is a powered by the Apocalypse game. It's a Apocalypse world-based system, and I will be doing the emceeing for that campaign. That's going to start on May 26th. May 26th.
Nice.
Yes. So, let's see. You guys, however, are going to be doing some stuff in space. And you are now traveling through space, heading, I guess, the equivalent of north. Yeah, you are on your way, heading out of the Galilei system. Are you heading just a straight shot, straight up? Straight up?
Yeah. Shoot, straight shot, straight to APEP.
Okie dokie. So, I've got some things to roll on. And, more importantly, this is one of the very few times that will allow a retcon from you, Peachy. You don't have a ton of fuel. You didn't want to buy any extra fuel there, bud?
Yeah, we did buy extra fuel, remember?
Hey, listen. It's not about me remembering. It's about you putting it inside the...
I put it on the sheet.
Okay.
I've put other things on that sheet as well, and it's not saving.
Okay. Well, you got to start keeping track of that wherever you can.
We from what was that planet called before we went to the gun planet?
The gun planet? You mean?
What do you mean?
Was it Vincenzo?
Yeah, it was on the same planet. But yeah, Vincenzo planet. Before Cassimo.
I got like another full load on top of refilling the ship.
Okay. So you have, so you paid for an extra, where is it? Engineering status. Okay. So, that means that you've got 6 additional antimatter pods, 6 additional ion power modules, and your standard 2 of the ion power modules you've used. Okay. So, basically, the way the cost here works is the antimatter containment pods that you use power the ship in FTL for 1 parsec per fuel, basically. So you guys are headed towards basically up from Galilei. Okay.
What does the purple represent again?
The purple. That's a great question. The purple represents a nebula. So it's very colorful in that direction. You can definitely see the nebula.
What sort of colors are this nebula? Is it a purple or is it something else?
It's actually a combination of the two. It's a combination of purple and some orange, sort of floating through the nebula.
Oh my god, this nebula clashes. Ew.
Yes.
A lot of nebulas are like that, though. Like, they're just the strangest.
Nebulas just don't do color theory.
They just don't believe in all that color theory.
Okay.
Yeah, so when we're blasting our way through IMU as well.
So basically, what happens here is you're staying at FTL 6.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So FTL transport is 5.5 days per parsec. Okay. What are you guys doing as you're traveling? Is anybody doing anything in particular?
I'm constantly going to the cockpit to turn up the speed because it's taking too long.
I'm just swatting. I'm just basically standing in front of the chair, just defending him, like defending the
every
cockpit.
Time you go to sleep or anything like that.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, then I mean, I do go to sleep, so it's very possible you could go and turn it up and then turn it back down before I wake up or something.
Oh no, I wouldn't. I'd just leave it on.
You just leave it on.
Takes you a few minutes to turn it back down.
It's like air conditioning. One person will just turn it up, and then the other will passively aggressive come and turn it down again.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh my god!
Being very industrious.
You're
I'm
being-
going back and forth between using all my hacker kits to practice on the tech lab computer, and I'm working out. I'm doing my little workout thing in
Okay.
the one area of the cargo bay that
So-
has room.
Sure. So this is there's not a lot of room. It's pretty
Yeah, it's tight.
I mean, you're a small person, so there's definitely enough
Yeah.
room for you to sort of like stretch out and whatnot and do some, I don't know, what kind of exercises are you doing? You don't have a gym.
So ever since I got pushed, no, I didn't get the gym equipment, but ever since I got pushed, I've been doing a lot of push-ups, a lot of sit-ups. I've been doing some jumping jacks, and I also have like metal water container things that I kind of lift as weights, and they're pretty heavy for me, you know. So I've been doing
Those
some
5-pounders.
some arm weights and some squats and stuff. Totally.
Calisthenics.
Yep. In between pop and candy. So that's how I'm passing the days, in between eating and sleeping. I'm hacking and exercising.
Okay, so yeah, you guys, this is downtime. So if you guys want to spend any XP or whatever on stuff,
Okay.
this is your training time to do that. You can assume, Felix, if you're doing stuff that if you're doing something other than piloting, then you can put the autopilot on and say go train.
Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, if that's the case, then I'll have autopilot on, and I'm gonna set it to 6, and I'm gonna lock it with like a code or something,
Sure.
like administrator mode or something, and like only I can get into, like captain's mode or some shit like that.
Absolutely.
And
Just bypass it
yeah, you,
through engineering every time.
absolutely probably could, but
So you probably can't actually, unless you hack his system. This is a computer thing more than an engineering thing, for sure.
I can control the engines through engineering bay, right? So can I do it
I
before his lock?
I don't know if you would. I don't know, because the thing is, it depends if the throttle point would be there or if it's actually at the cockpit.
if I'm change, because every time I speed it up, you just pull the throttle back, right? So I just make
that's
the
what we did
engine
earlier.
go even harder, but because you're not using the full use of it.
Yeah,
And you're like,
I
I put a
probably
code
don't
on
even
this.
know. I probably don't even. No, well, yeah, I put the code in,
Well,
and
you
I'm
know
just
what
assuming.
speed you go in, right? It's got
Yeah.
all the words and stuff.
But
So you
it
can't
wouldn't
do it.
feel any different going from 6 to 7. I mean, I
Not
don't think I would make.
not a gigantic difference. Maybe when you go full power 7, the ship maybe starts to shake a little bit. You know, you get like, it's like in Star Trek, right? When they go full speed, like the very
Yeah.
maximum of their engines, it's like, you know,
There's
they
some
get that,
slight
like,
instabilities. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't really pay any attention to it.
Do any consoles explode in an improbable manner?
No.
Does anybody turn into a lizard?
I actually get to roll on that kind of thing, and no, there's nobody that turns into a lizard. No.
I am on Swoogle, looking up everything I can find about these plants.
Okay. Are you trying to connect to a subspace signal? Because you're pretty far.
At this point, would I be able to cache stuff? Like, because there's intermittent stuff, can you like?
To a degree. I mean, you know, you actually have to like take the time to do that kind of thing. As soon as you guys started to head out of the system, basically, you know, you have to connect to subspace, the subspace receiver to connect to the space internet, right?
So, like, every now and again we get a 3G signal and then it's
The
gone.
Spinternet.
It's like
Would it be
12G
that kind of
now.
deal?
Yeah, I mean, if you're connected, you know, you have to spend the 1,000 credits to connect to the subspace relay for like an hour.
All right, I'll do. Fuck me. I basically I want to
Communications
learn
in space,
about
man.
not ornithology. That's birds.
That's something to buy for the ship, like a library maybe. You know, these are all things to buy for the ship. You don't have access freely to all this stuff. Space is fucking big, man. It's really hard to communicate with people.
really big.
Like you wouldn't believe how big it is.
I'm basically trying to learn about plants and stuff and how you would use a plant and
It's a herbalism.
So
herbalism.
So
That's
Botany.
So yeah,
Botany.
botany, herbalism. You.
anything like that.
Yeah. You don't have shit to look up. You don't have anything unless you want to connect to the subspace.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll pay
Okay.
every day. I'll spend an hour just doing.
As soon as
When Felix gets back and turns the engines down, I'm like, well, he's up, and then I'll.
So there's only subspace receivers every now and again. You don't have them in every single parsec of the entire galaxy, and you have to be in a system that has one to use it. So you basically only have a connection to Galilei for maybe an hour or two.
So I'll do 2 hours there, and then wait till I get the next one. Do we get like Can I turn on something that says when we've got a connection? Just to remind.
Yeah, like an alert. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can absolutely turn on alert. Assume since you're leaving Galilei that you will not get another signal once you leave the system until you reach H.A.W.K.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, you're gonna go for days without any kind of a signal.
Well, when I've got like 2 hours when we're still connected to Galilee, maybe I'll download a couple of books from my Space Kindle.
Sure. You can absolutely download some books and stuff. That's absolutely not a problem. We'll say you spend like 20 credits on some literature about
And
botany
the
and
2,000 credits to connect.
Yep. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Shit's expensive. Communications are fucking hard in space. What were you saying, Hawk?
I would like. I'm gonna basically sit and go through like my combat logs of the previous fights we've had and stuff, and analyze it and see how we could done better. Look at the terrain and everything, and just study up. And I'm looking to get the tactics skill because I have no idea why I don't have it already. Makes sense.
Wouldn't be bad. Wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
So Lunk's gonna try and get Hawk to show her how to shoot guns better. Just,
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of room to do that.
Yeah, I was going to be training my pistol as well in one of the free cargo bay with the vehicles. I was
Sure.
going to set up like a little range there.
I mean, this is very tight quarters to try and set stuff up for sure. But yeah, you guys can use like low power settings, on your weapons and whatnot to try and shoot.
For a lot of the training for Lunk, I'm doing what I was doing when I got Buster, and I'm just having to run around with it and point it and aim it. And I've probably like salvaged like a little laser pointer or something that Arthur had and stuck it to it. And I've put like little markers that she has to make sure she points it at without shooting.
Bang,
But as
bang,
much of
bang.
using the heavy weapon is just being used to the bulk of it and being able to hold and move and aim with it effectively. Pulling a trigger is easy. You can train a monkey to
Lunk's
do
not gonna
that.
have a problem with recoil or anything like that.
Yeah. So it's just much of the movement and aiming. So I have her doing that. So instead of Hawk running around, you have Lunk running around the ship instead.
Okay. Is anybody else
Lunk's doing combat rolls.
practicing anything else while this is happening? Okay. So-
Actually, I'd probably only be shooting for a little bit with my pistol, but I'm not going to put anything into that. I'm going to leave there and go to one of the computer terminals and just start working on like code or something to try and give myself some computer skill.
Okay.
Because I keep somehow hacking your fancy.
Yeah, like I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on with the ship. So I'm like, I don't think it's Arthur, but I'm just gonna start to.
Give me Felix. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
So you could see like this grease smeared like on the console, like this is like heavy machine grease.
Yeah, that's fine. I noticed that it's him, and I kind of expected that it was him anyway. So I just leave the smudges there and go back to training. And I want to spend I want to get level 3 in computers. I want to get not level 3, up to level 3. So I get a 2d6. So I'm just going to be probably doing that for like a few days, just doing things on the computer, going through different programs, learning how to code a little bit, and I'm going to spend the required for that. So to get the first level of a skill, did we see that was 9? Is that how we were doing that, or
Yes.
yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, it was.
I know the book says 3, like just triple the level, but I think you said that was too over, like that was too strong.
Yeah,
so
we said
brought it
9
back.
for the first level. Yeah.
Okay, and then it follows the same suit after, so like 9, then back to 6, then so on and so on. Okay.
I didn't quite understand that. Okay.
So the first level of a skill is harder to learn than it is for the rest. That was my sort of logic. So you guys have to spend 9 for that first skill point. And I actually think I have to edit the code for the sheets to give you another one. So you're going to have to use like a temporary spot somewhere.
So it's 9 for level 1 and then give me through level 4 if you don't mind. So 9 for level 1.
Okay, hold on. So you want through level 4? So it basically, hold on. It costs 3 times the level of the skill in XP to buy it normally.
Okay. But what if you already have the skill? Okay.
So just for the first level, it costs 9.
Gotcha.
But for level 2, it would cost 6. For level 3, it would cost 9. For level 4, it would cost, an additional, so 12.
Okay, level 4 is 12. Gotcha, because I'm doing stuff for...
That's incremental, so you got to pay 6 for level 2, and then on top of that, if you want to go to level 3, you have to pay an additional 9, and then 4 is an additional 12.
So for all the computer and endurance stuff I'm doing, I just need to look at my level and then pay that amount.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
So if I want to go up to... Because I got level 1 in pistols, if I go up to level 3, that would be 15 points, right?
6... No, it's... 6 plus 15 additional.
Woo! I can count. Okay, cool. Nice.
Okie doke. So we're gonna have some more days pass here as you guys head on to the next parsec. There, 34.40 is the grid for that.
So we should go up to level 4 in pistols now, then.
Okay, the Galactic Standard Time. I've been updating this, by the way, as we've been going. So let's see. We have now. We'll say between Arthur and Felix, sort of fiddling with the fucking engines and all this, that you guys are probably, instead of say 5.5 days, we'll say it takes 5 days.
Okay.
So it's gonna be, we're gonna head into the next month. So this is 4, and then 2 more, so 402. Okay. All right. 31 hours into 402. Okay, that's saved. Alrighty. And I also have the details for when the first ship payment is due in there. Okay.
And as I finish all this computering and studying up, when I go back to the cockpit and reset the computers to put it back to 6, I'm going to try and re-engineer like a stronger wall with my new computing skills to make sure that he can't actually start filling with it again.
Sure.
Just lock him out of that specific setting.
Sure. Give me some compute. And by the way, how did you practice your computer skills? I'm curious to know how Felix would actually do this. Like,
so I would have a tray of fish sandwiches and a couple of sports drinks, like so the equivalent of Gatorade, whatever that would be.
Spaderade.
And I'd probably even have like a headband on, like a training headband on for some stupid reason, like
a John McEnroe headband.
Yeah, like a tank top, and I'm just just studying away. I'm doing I'd say just different sort of code programs, so just
you're
pre-programmed
actually,
things into the computer. Like I'm actually learning.
I want to be clear. Felix is actually reading.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Holy shit! You're
because the thing is with Felix is that he only does shit when he wants to know something, and when he does that, he does it. You know what I mean? But if he has no interest in something, it's like doesn't matter. But when it matters, he's gonna do it. So
okay. Fair enough.
Hours of Reddit. No, not quite.
All right. So fair enough. You guys continue on. So the 5 days pass. And Felix, give me your newfound computers plus logic.
Okay.
66? Holy shit.
Yep. Because I got the implant, so that's going wild in the head, and then I just get myself a level 3, so that's an extra 2. It puts me up to 6.
Okay, fair enough. Arthur, do you try and go back to adjust the fucking speed again?
Yeah, I'm sort of like reading a book about different types of fern and how you can apply them as a poultice. And I just go back and what bloody hell's he done here? What's that?
So what does it look like? What's the wall that you set up for Arthur? Like, what happens when Arthur tries to access the?
It's
controls?
like old school, like old. Just okay. This is exactly what happens when he goes into this. The screen turns black, and then all these strange, weird characters start falling from the top of the screen in like green text and start phasing in and out. It's the Matrix. Exactly that screen. Like the screen from the Matrix with like the text falling down. That just happens for some strange reason.
Felix has got so good at like reading it now. He doesn't even see the code anymore. It's just blonde, brunette, redhead.
I'd say that he probably gets in and he could work with it from that, but he probably just can't because it's in some crazy feeling script or something.
Right. Okay. So what if and what do I roll to try and figure this out?
Yeah, do you have the computer skill?
Yes, I do.
Okay, you can roll that plus your logic.
Okay.
It's gonna crit it. It's all 6s. Watch.
Oh!
That's close.
Well, to be fair, you didn't roll super great for yours. Okay. So yeah, you can tell like 100% Felix has locked this in some newfound way that you're trying to struggle with, and it's just
if he keeps fiddling with it too, like it just switches to the hamster dance.
So they show Dennis Nedry
From the 90s. No, just the hamster dance page.
It's Jeff Goldblum reclining, but with with Nedry's face.
that filthy furry. And I go to the seat back adjustment of his seat and I turn it by 1 degree.
Mother of God!
Oh shit!
You did it.
It'll take you ages to figure out why this isn't quite right as well.
I probably actually like the slight extra lean.
No, it's more upright, like.
Oh, like an extra degree forward.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're savage. What the
Slightly cramped.
How did you even come up with that? You're actually an evil person.
Genius.
What the?
Peachy has IRL like just completely ruined people's days before. He knows how to make it happen.
He's a fucking monster.
Fucking monster. This is insane. Okay. So another 5 days pass and you make it to H.A.W.K. And you'll probably get like all of you probably get like alerts that you're within range of subspace relay. You guys, I don't remember if you passed through H.A.W.K the first time. I think you did. Yeah, that's why I marked it green. Okay, so yes, you did. Any place that you have visited before, except for Felix, because I goofed on that one, will be marked with a green, with either a green or a yellow. The red indicates a sector that you have not been to. And yellow basically means like it's uninhabited. Green means you've been there and it's been and it is inhabited. Okay. So yeah, you make it to H.A.W.K.
I'm gonna get a few more books as well.
Sure. So you're gonna reconnect to the subspace relay. It's another 1,000 credits per hour.
I reckon if I just do another 2 hours and I'll download a load more books. Because I started getting through the other ones quite quickly.
Sure, no
What
problem.
kind of speed is the connection to, curiously?
It's really
Terabyte up,
fast.
terabyte down.
Like crazy fast, yeah.
It's almost instant. Like it's almost instant.
So like text files would be really quick, I'd say.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I tethered to Arthur's datapad just to check my mail to see if I get any notifications.
Whack, can I ask you a favor? Can you delete my Hollow Arthur?
Oh, sure.
I
Keep-
keep clicking on it. And I know it's my fault, but can you just stop me from hitting myself?
They are at the top where everybody clicked on them. It's
Here, I will archive them. I don't like to delete stuff. I like to archive them.
So I'll say I spent another 2,100 credits on connection and buying books.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So yeah, you get normal like Hawk. You said you're also connecting.
Yeah, just to check for mail. That's
Okay.
all.
So let's see if you've got any mail.
Okay. Yeah.
You have got no messages.
I think that's something that I would check as well. I mean, when we get connection, is that something that would just like appear ship wide, like almost like a Wi-Fi
No,
kind of thing?
you have to pay for the connection for your data pads.
Okay, so it's just individual data pads.
Yep.
Okay.
No, you know what I'll do? Here's what we'll do. We'll say that it costs 1,000 credits per hour for the ships to get it. But you guys have to work out. Yeah, you guys have to work out the payment.
The splits and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably just said, I got a connection, guys.
All right, I guess whoever uses it pays for it.
I've already paid for it. Settle
Okay.
down, Felix.
Thanks, dude. You're the best, buddy.
Thanks, Arthur.
I know what you did, Felix.
I know. I know you know. I know you know that I know that you. I know. I'm starving. I'm gonna wander off into the galley.
Ship
Yeah,
starts to
I'm
list.
quite hungry as well. It's been like 10 days. I should eat something.
I haven't eaten.
The ship starts to list.
Does it actually start to list?
Yeah, you got to
Shit,
set
I'm
the
gonna
autopilot.
Head on up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
No,
Lunk
you
has
said
got
you
all
gotta
that
set the
bacon on,
autopilot.
by the way.
Felix!
What?
Autopilot!
All right. I'm gonna run sprint back actually to the cockpit and hop into the seat and
I feel like
correct all the settings.
100% Felix would forget about the autopilot if he smelled food.
Absolutely, he would. He forgets stuff all the time.
Yeah,
Forgets where
there's-
things are
there's-
placed.
Yeah, there's the smell of baking just emanating from the thing.
I'll
Absolutely.
go give you power. Oh, bloody hell. Glex?
I'm here, Arthur.
Oh, actually, we don't need subliminal when we're traveling in FTL, do we?
Nope.
I'll just turn off subliminal. So you can get autopilot.
So I guess I feel it correct itself before I even probably shift the controls. Maybe like I see it
Well, I
shift
give
back.
you power, but you've
Oh,
got
you give it power? Okay. Well, when I notice the power comes back, I'll just re-engage autopilot,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to set up another lock to prevent power from being taken away from autopilot.
Okay. Fair enough. So yeah, you guys are gonna chow down a bit.
I'm not sure if Lunk would actually, have made anything specifically for Felix, because she hasn't forgot. An Ogron once wronged never forgets.
Lunk, what is this stuff?
And
The
where's
mushy
mine?
stuff underneath the carrots.
I want some mushy stuff too.
It is mince.
Mince.
Yeah. You gets the meat and you grind it up small, and then you fries it up with like the sauces and spices and the things, and then you puts it in the dish and you mashes the potatoes and you puts them on the top of the potatoes, and then you puts a bit of cheese on the top of the potato, and then you puts it in the thing oven.
Lunk,
Yeah.
what kind of meat?
Lunk check. Haraja.
His name was Haraja.
No. He's like cow, but got little arms to hear.
Right, can they speak? Can they form complex relationships with each other?
They go ba.
All right then. I carry on eating.
But
They do it, but like no, just weird.
is there any for me? I'm kind of hungry. Let me just look at you. I probably have my arms crossed. I'm kind of tapping a foot.
Lunk's still annoyed with you.
You're annoyed with me
Yeah.
after what you did in my cockpit and in this kitchen? I'm gonna sit down and just like start eating from someone's plate, whoever's closest to me.
That's squishy food.
That's okay. I'm pretty tiny. This is delicious, though.
I just want to taste. I'm not that hungry.
Okay,
He's taken
you can
half
try
of
it.
your plate already.
Yeah, one bite. Just thank you. Felix.
Lunk, don't
You're
listen to
welcome.
Felix. You have sex with whoever you want. Just, clean up next time.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell her who she can wrestle with. That's up to her. But look, just don't do it in my cockpit.
With this discussion, thank you.
It's also a good idea to make sure you delete the surveillance unit.
Ew. And
I
if
deleted
you
it
get a
this
little
time.
pinky, right? If you get
What?
you get the little pinky. Yeah? Little pinky. And you just whoop. And right
Oh,
when
my.
just when you're about to finish.
So I'm gonna go see ya. Going to the
Later,
tech.
guys.
Where this go?
I'm gonna throw my cloak back over my invisibility cloak and turn it on. As I leave the table and just scuttle off through to the cockpit.
Lix's plate disappears.
Yeah.
Lunk holds up a pinky
I
and
lost
it's
my
almost
appetite anyway.
Yeah.
Lunk's pinky's almost as thick as like Glix's forearm.
Ooh, right. Maybe spit on it first.
Where finger go?
Right, I'm gonna take the rest of this to my room. And by room I mean the engineering bay.
No.
It gets real quiet in there real fast. And I feel like Lunk is just staring at her pinky for a while.
I was just trying her pinky in various facial orifices and just like. Borian weird.
Something coming from an Ogron too. That's what makes it so much better.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys spend the time through Ayahamu without much problem. Another 5 days pass. Well, actually, this is going to be the full 5.5 because Felix has reset the password now on that
Yeah.
shit.
I don't want to stress these brand new engines. They got to go through a break-in period at least, maybe.
The breaking period is basically where Arthur violently humps them, right?
He's already assaulting them with his tools. So it's Sheila probably
Don't
is what her
sound
name is.
right. This one doesn't even rattle anymore, and it took me ages to get that light to flicker.
Arthur's got like a playing card and like pegged it next to the engine so it rattles.
Like he's doing spokes of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So you guys keep heading towards APEP.
Do we still have connection to the thing, or have we passed that now?
Well, if you want to do anything while you're in Ayahamu, I mean, you had about 2 hours or so to do it.
I only meant to say I was going to download some more music. Was all.
You could definitely have done that while this is,
Okay.
going on. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, it's
I would have
basically
just picked
instant.
up a couple new
Yeah.
like genres. That's probably how you download music in the future, is by genre. You just get every single song
Yeah,
on the whole,
figure you spend like 200 credits maybe
Yeah.
on music
for like
That's
some
it.
like anthology of old music or something
Sure.
like that.
So how many parsecs was that?
So far, you guys have traveled. You're now entering the 3rd parsec.
Yeah. And at the first 2 were at 5 days, and this is at 5.5.
Yes.
Okay.
So when
How much
we've
is
had
the whole trip? Is it
The
4
whole trip is
parsecs?
4 parsecs away. Yes.
Okay.
21 days will be total.
when we've had connection, I've been grabbing books on psionics, telekinesis, and after my workouts, I've been meditating and kind of tuning back into my Venetian nature.
Yeah, what does it look like when you use your psionics? Because you obviously have to use them to sort of practice.
It looks like nothing to anybody else. It looks like somebody sitting in lotus position, and you don't see. They're not Venetian. They don't see any kind of aura. They don't. There's just a quietude emanating from me. They see nothing.
I feel like me and Felix.
And
might
I
have
do
walked
this in
past-
my sweaty foot pajamas, by the way.
I feel like me and Felix might have walked past you once or twice. What's she doing?
What's
You
who
can maybe
doing
sense
what?
the void of energy, like the just nothingness.
She hasn't moved for like hours. You think she's dead?
Lunk's gonna come along, just poke you in the side of the head. Where's she?
Just kind of tilt my head, and then I kind of scratch my ear with my foot somehow.
So I've gone into the cargo bay to do this, which is where I do my workouts, and I do this afterwards, and I'm like kind of annoyed that everyone is
Staring
in
at
here.
you and poking
Yeah.
you.
Like they've been in here shooting and things like that, and I try to come in here when nobody else is in here because I don't have to sleep much, so I
They
can come in
probably,
here
like-
wherever. So I'm like,
They probably
Guys.
rest their gun on you to steady it.
Yeah, you come to, there's just a stack of stuff on you. You move your
I
head,
open
it all
my
just falls
eyes.
off.
Can I help you guys? I'm trying
Oh, you was like,
to- yeah. I mean,
Lunk
I'm
worried.
I'm meditating. Don't worry. No, I'm fine.
Meditating?
Yeah.
All right,
It's
sounds good.
fine.
Enjoy.
Thanks.
What, meditating?
Meditating.
Meditating?
Yes, that is pretty close.
Hawk, is that the same as when Lunk wrestles?
Yeah, no, it's really not. Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Now I'm just gonna keep doing this. If you guys could
I
could
don't
just
see
use
as
a little
much mess as there was reportedly.
space.
Yeah, but
Right.
And
she-
there's
I'm
not
smaller.
near as much.
She probably holds less
Heck yeah,
fluid than Lunk.
That's
Ain't
true.
no lung fluid!
But there's not as much noise or rattling either.
Did I get that box of wigs, by the way? Do I have that box of wigs?
No, definitely not. They don't have a
Okay.
box of wigs on the space station.
No, we ordered
No,
them.
he ordered one for me.
Yeah, but
Maybe the mail pod intercepts us at some point.
no, definitely not.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see a mail pod going like
No.
6 point whatever.
Oh no,
warp.
yeah, we got them ordered to the station, didn't we?
I don't know.
I remember.
I don't know where they're supposed to
Because
go.
we were going back there.
Yeah, you got them ordered to the station. They definitely did not arrive before you guys left.
I thought they were going to like your brothers or something.
Were they going to my brother's?
I think I remember a mention of them going to your brothers.
Where is your brother? Is he on APEP? Or is-
Well, I mean, that's kind of up to you, Whack, because he is, and I quote, a nomadic bartender extraordinaire.
All right, here's what I want you to do.
Right.
Let's see.
Roll my luck or something.
4, 5, 6, 7. Hold on, I gotta figure out a system for this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Actually, hold on. It's gotta be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Roll me a d13.
Okay.
Nice. Well-rounded roll
Wow.
right there.
Okay.
I mean, that's good if you started off
Oh.
in the place where we're going.
So now I know where your brother is.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting. Okay.
I mean, he'd probably message me now and again, but I
You'll-
don't know where he
Yeah,
is.
you'll probably have to contact him to find out where he is. Okay. So yeah, you guys you guys continue heading towards A.P.E.P. All practicing whatever it is you're practicing, leveling up stuff that you're leveling up. As you get close to A.P.E.P., you probably have some warnings that start to pop up on your systems there, Felix.
Can I
and they
decode
would be,
what these are?
So they would be emergency warnings for sure.
Of what nature?
Basically that you are approaching a nebula, and you're, within like 5 minutes of a nebula, 5
minutes at warp 6 of a nebula.
Yeah, like at your current speed, you have approximately 5 minutes till you enter the nebula ahead.
Okay, with that, I'm just gonna pull it back to. Hold on, I gotta pull up the FTL chart again. I'm gonna just pull it back to, say, honestly, like warp 3. Just pull it back, just to slow down. So it would take a tremendous amount of time to cover that distance.
You see the timer start to shoot up, like days start to shoot up on the timer, like hours.
I noticed the engines change their sound. Oh, he's taking the bloody piss.
And I open up the comms. All right, guys, we're approaching A.P.E.P., but it's sort of in a nebula. So I'm gonna have to approach this a little differently.
Sort of? Are we in a nebula?
You're muted.
Is that the big thing?
Yeah, if you look out the window, you can see the
big
purple.
We're basically in a star nursery. Okay, good to know. Thanks.
What kind of a role could I do to, figure that out? Astronomy?
What are you trying to figure out specifically?
The proper course of action to fly to A.P.E.P. Like, are we able to just completely...
Arthur's been there before. He knows the kind of stuff that happens in the nebula.
But, like, would I know already how to...
Every nebula is different.
Go through... Okay.
Yeah, every nebula is different. And certain areas of the nebula cause different things to happen and whatnot. But it would definitely be like astronomy, for sure.
Plus logic?
Astronomy. Let me just double check. I think that's...
I mean, Felix, didn't you realize we'd be going through a nebula when you set the course?
Well, yeah, but I kind of didn't remember to study up as to how to fly through it. So figure it out. So it'll take a few minutes, and I'll put it back to 6, and we'll be there in like 10 minutes.
Just flying a ship. What are you gonna do? Point the news somewhere?
Why don't I blow up? It's all purple and stuff.
So
look, just wait it out. We'll figure it out.
You can give me a logic check plus astronomy if you've got astronomy.
I do have astronomy. 18.
So, you're not sure what to do exactly in this nebula, but you know that nebulas in general can really screw with guidance systems. It can cause all kinds of weird malfunctions and stuff throughout ships. And everyone is really different. There's, strange, like, foreign matter and stuff that can fly through these nebulas, and weird creatures, and basically there's all kinds of strangeness that happens inside the nebulas.
Okay.
Now, from the basic star maps that have been equipped into your ship, what you guys see right now is where your star maps cover you. So A.P.E.P. is sort of just inside the nebula by 1 parsec, but you've never been there before.
Okay.
So you don't
I'm just going to approach it back at 6.
Do I know
put the warp back up.
any of the nebula's idiosyncrasies or anything like
that? You do, yes. You can give me a logic check, but it's significantly easier for you. If you have astronomy, you can add that. You're also muted.
I don't have anything like that. Just a straight up logic.
Yep.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Good run.
So yeah, you've been there many times. You know that the effects are kind of minor around H.A.W.K, which is one of the reasons why there is a Borian colony that's set up there. And it's a small colony set up on one of the moons of H.A.W.K, H.A.W.K 2. H.A.W.K 2 is basically a Jovian like gas giant. And it's got like a shit ton of moons. It's got like 16 moons or something, and one of them it can sustain life. It's basically it's mostly covered in water, but there's like a very small continent, basically that probably like the size of, well, maybe like half the size of the UK or something, where where there's a Borian colony that's set up. And it's generally like really stormy, and it's shitty weather, like really shitty weather. Borians basically had to set up like a weather control system for their area. Everywhere else, like on the planet, is like a nightmare. Like it's like fucking, like crazy monsoons and shit like happening throughout the rest of the planet.
Like that planet where they were building the clones.
Yes, exactly like that shit from Star Wars. Yeah.
And what about how the nebula is going to affect the ship?
As far as the nebula affecting the ship directly, you've known that it sometimes plays a little bit of havoc with sensors and stuff like that. But in general, the area around H.A.W.K and like the beginning of the nebula, there's not too many problems.
Why have you slowed down, Felix?
And as he had said that, I already put it back to 6. I just put it back to 6. We got a few minutes, let's say about 5 minutes before we enter into the nebula. Do you think it's gonna mess with our senses or anything, or?
Mate, it's like right on the edge. There's nothing. You'll have a few sensor ghosts, and that's about it.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna do a little quick printout of the exact maneuvers the ship would have to make in autopilot to figure this out. So just in case we do lose it, and I can take manual control and get us there anyway.
Just use your nose, Felix.
To go forward.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, the autopilot's definitely going to have a hard time through the nebula for sure.
Okay, well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the ship's computers to print out, or like to estimate a route through the nebula, like when the systems sensors are still up, and I want that, like, then I want a printout of that at like the different like changes in throttle or thrust or directions, along with like a timestamp, and a printout. So then if I were to have to take over this, if I just take it off autopilot and I just take a stopwatch or like a timer and throw that on and then match the movements with the time.
So you try to do that, and basically the computer tells you that you definitely cannot penetrate the nebula with your sensors. You have super basic,
how
super
do we know where
shitty.
H.A.W.K is then?
Well, because you have a star chart. You basically have a star chart. You just have like a general.
Okay.
Well,
if that's the case, then I'll instead of using the sensors, I'll try to discern that from looking at the charts.
Yeah.
Coming from
so the nebulas in general are going to be sort of like really difficult to navigate. The ship that you guys have, you have like the most basic sensor. You have like the most basic package on like all equipment on this ship. Like, we're talking like low fucking grade sensors. Like these are some shitty sensors.
Not after this drug run.
We're basically driving a space reliant Robin.
Actually, I'd say that would be more expensive.
Not
at
after
this
this drug run.
Gonna put some rims on
Space
there.
Porsche.
Add
Oh
an
my
extra
god, you get a
wheel.
space body kit and a roll cage and everything. It'd be great.
I still remember when Jeremy Clarkson fucking drove that thing, and
Oh my god,
he
rolled
got
it.
so hurt. He looked like he was in absolute agony when he did that. I bet the guy
An
that he
ex of
punched in
mine
the...
actually had a Reliant Robin with a roll cage and bucket seats that he literally used to go out just to roll it. And then him and his mate would push it back over.
I
and just go
can't
round
even
and round
believe
and
that
round.
shit is legal.
It's not. Well, not deliberately rolling them, you know.
So yeah, you guys approach the nebula, and I guess you slow things down. But yeah, Felix, there's only a limited amount of what you're trying to do that you can actually get done right now with the package that the ship has for the sensors.
Okay, I'll just make do with the best that I can with what I have, and then act accordingly.
Yeah.
From that.
Felix, it just means you can't use autopilot. It's fine.
It also takes
I know that.
5.5 days
Stop
to get
yowling!
there.
I'm not yelling.
Yowling! That weird noise you keep making.
What's a yowl?
What is that supposed to be?
Oh, look, that's what happens when I think.
Right. Because I've only noticed you do it about 7 times since I've...
I don't think very often. That's what I mean. That's why I got the chip.
Right. Okay. It'll be fine, mate. Just plow on through.
Sure.
Pretend it's just 12 cinder blocks.
That's okay. Look,
And
I love that.
From that record.
And I repeat it word for word every single time, regardless of what mood or situation. And when it's finished playing, look, I love that commercial, and you obviously know it. But this is a ship. This is something I like even more than cinder blocks and sniper rifles. Okay? This is important. We already wasted all of our goddamn money on repairs, and if we don't get to H.A.W.K in time, not only will we not be able to afford our payments, we're just not going to get to H.A.W.K and get the flowers before everybody else does.
Yeah, so speed it up then.
Okay, you go back to engineering bay. I'm going to go to the cockpit, and I'll see you at H.A.W.K.
You
Right.
probably have to specify which engineer.
Engineering bay
just means engineering bay.
is just engineering bay. No numbers is like is the original, the alpha, the omega.
Okay.
It's just the one. Yeah, so I'm just gonna turn and trot off back to the cockpit.
Okay. And the Black Fang starts to head into the nebula, and that's where we're going to take our next break. We'll be right back, everybody, as the Black Fang enters the nebula and approaches their target H.A.W.K. Back in 5 minutes. Stay tuned for more Turn Order Warped.